Okay, needless to say, let's just jump right into it. Needless,
Well,
needless to say, we have a lot to talk
lot to talk
about, and
about.
we got to just get right into it with Meredith,
Yeah.
our what would it be? Our fourth return guest, the fourth person to come back for a
Ooh.
second episode.
That's right.
It's
That's right.
like
Such a perfect.
Jenna, Jeremy, Lee, Meredith.
Meredith.
Chelsea's on a lot, but
So it's a wrap.
it's a wrapped pod. How how our Spotify did for the year.
And it's like at this point, I've seen so many people's wraps on my Instagram story again. I remember us talking about this last year.
Yeah.
And I was
You
like, if
hate
I
it, right?
see one more of these,
Mm.
I'm gonna
Secretly, though, she wants to post hers, but because
Oh,
she's
I
like
know.
made such a loud proclamation about it, she
now I
can't.
can't. Forbidden.
I almost posted mine, but I didn't.
Proud of you.
Thank you.
Some things people just don't want to know. The world doesn't need to know.
But they're fun to see, like what everyone's listening to.
It's cute.
That's what we talked about last year. We were like, it is kind of fun to see what everyone's listening to, though. Also,
But I think it's hard when your music taste is just so good and you watch your closest friends and you're like, "Oh."
yeah. Me,
So that
we were laughing. I was with Ryan in California when it like came out,
yeah.
and we were like looking at our raps, and I said, I'm more like thrown off when someone has like 16,000 minutes of played for the year, and you're like, do you even listen to music?
They're like, "It's a wrap, 587 minutes." It's like, "Oh,
Yeah,
so you actually turned on Spotify on accident that day."
one song a day. It's like they use it for their
Yeah.
alarm and then they just shut it off for the rest of
Mm.
the day.
Yes.
I think I had 16,000 minutes just in pink and brown noise at night. So,
Does Spotify have pink and brown noise?
They
absolutely.
have all kinds. They have like
Oh, that's new.
you can
Mm.
do like all kinds of like chill music to fall asleep to.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know Spotify was like on that level. I'm paying for a subscription to better sleep
Oh,
for no reason.
just listen to Spotify
Wow, guys, it
or
was
try
nice
it.
seeing you guys. It was nice being here.
She's been paying $30.
Yeah, $30 a day for brown noise when Darren can make that noise perfectly in bed without the
Darren makes brown noise and
Darren
sleep all the
Darren
time.
makes brown noise for free. It's a free thing. It's a free service.
Oh, that's funny. So what was your
Okay.
Melissa, give me your number
There's certain
five.
ones I'm not going to say on public radio.
Mm.
Oh, come on.
Mm.
Number 5 artist?
Yeah,
Number 5 is Drake.
Drake. So I learned was the number two streamed artist of the year.
Are
Oh.
you serious?
Yeah, I was like Taylor and then Drake.
Whoa.
Is that
Okay.
accurate? Do you listen to that much Drake in your life?
I don't honestly, I feel like number 1 was that one, the Brothers band, Hermanos Gutierrez or whatever.
Yeah.
Because my number 1 song was Cirque T. So that was number 1 song and number 1 artist.
Okay.
Drake number 5, I feel like they were pulling that out of a hat. Like they were just like, I don't know, maybe she likes Drake still.
But you actively listen to Drake if it's
Like at the gym, though.
okay.
Yeah,
At the
I
gym, you
know.
listen to Drake. Who else?
Yeah, I would say that I dabble. I
You
dabble.
dabble in Drake. Who else do you have in your top artists?
Steven Sanchez.
That doesn't surprise me because you put songs from him on the pod a lot.
I'm not gonna say number 4. We're not gonna bring that up.
Is it Taylor?
Mm-mm.
No, but it's just as bad.
Hey! No, it's not.
It's Tate McRae.
Oh, I don't know if I know who that is.
Good.
Tate
Don't look it up. Chelsea, edit this out. No.
McRae?
It's so stupid, like girly gym girl music,
Mm.
right?
You work out a lot.
Meredith said, mm,
Hmm.
mm. Yeah, workout music. Jake, come on, you have like an embarrassing. music person.
He's so proud of his. Look at him.
Look at him. He's
You
like,
can tell.
I'm not shamed.
He's
I
like,
don't think
not.
you'll. I know that you won't like my number one.
Oh, it's Zach Bryan, of course.
Yeah.
Oh
Zach
man.
Bryan
And
is
it's
number
not
one.
that I don't like that. It's that I'm bummed by his mental state right now.
What about it?
are we really gonna deep dive on this?
Oh, do you want to get into Zach Bryan?
No.
Do you like
Oh,
Zach
I
Bryan?
can get into what's going on.
Let's not even give him the moment.
No, we don't even
We
need to give
don't
him a
address
moment.
the
I will
moment.
accept that I'm devastated because I love him so much that he is a sociopathic weirdo.
But what do you
Turns
know?
out.
Turns
What
out
do I
from
know?
what? From who? From what? His ex-girlfriend?
Jake, yes.
And she showed like proof of all this, and everyone knows it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
From what I've seen on TikTok, yes.
Okay.
TikTok, which is basically the New York Times at this point.
If he was
You
like,
like his music and you're going to continue listening to it. So it's kind of like, why would I like think about this too much?
sort of.
Yeah, I think that's where we're at with the conversation with Zach Bryan. We don't hate Zach Bryan. His music's
No.
amazing. We
Yeah.
love it.
The show is amazing.
That's, yes, and
We
he
just don't
went to
approve of
see
his
Zach
behavior.
Bryan. Yes, we just don't approve of his behavior.
Okay, there you go. That's a good way to put it. Or pretty much
Book
any other famous
closed.
person, because they're all psychos.
You're right.
That's true.
Yeah.
No, that's accurate.
Mhm.
Okay, so Zach was the top on your list. Who was your number 5?
Sturgill.
Oh my goodness. It's not even going down. It's staying. It's staying good the whole time.
Yeah, Sturgill's 5, Turnstile's 4, because we are the unofficial Turnstile podcast.
Right. It makes
Coldplay.
sense.
Coldplay made the top 3.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Might be
Okay.
judging that a little bit.
You what?
Meredith.
I feel like I'm judging that a little bit. I mean, it's fine. Coldplay is nice.
Okay, let me tell you why they're on the top 3 though. I have a playlist called first 2 albums. So I've never heard any other Coldplay except for those first 2
Okay,
albums.
those are good.
Then that's
And then I
better.
Yeah.
just put that on like shuffle. So I literally have only really ever listened to the first 2 Coldplay albums,
That's
but
fine.
I listen to them all the time.
Okay.
It's on rotation.
Mhm.
Hence,
It's on heavy rotation.
yeah.
Okay.
And then Charlie Crockett's too. So pretty
See.
country, pretty
Meredith was like, Jake's so proud of his rap list, like he's not even gonna be embarrassed. And you're like, so anyways, guys, my list,
country.
all tens.
All 10s.
All tens.
Yep.
Okay, well, Meredith is all
Mine is like
instrumental.
bad. It's so bad.
Well, I wasn't surprised by one
Yeah. Taylor
because
Swift.
I've seen you on Instagram with Nika, and I feel like that just rubs off.
No. We both love her as
Equally.
individuals. And then we just gravitate towards each other. Like you're
Right.
like, oh, I think you might like Taylor. So
Okay, so Meredith, you got 5.
yeah,
what?
I got Taylor Swift, number 1.
Yeah.
Oh.
Bon Iver, number 2.
Okay.
Gregory Alan Isakov, number 3.
Okay.
Novo Amor, and Palace. I will say, in my defense, that I use this playlist for massage, or my Spotify for massage. So some of the instrumental and some of like it gets
Oh.
skewed because I'm just
Gotcha.
playing it for work.
You're
too.
massaging.
Yes.
But
So-
Isakov and Bon Iver is like pretty chill, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Real
exactly.
chill.
Yeah.
So you listen to Taylor, get sad, and then listen to Bon Iver and sit by a window in the rain and drink wine.
Yeah, sure.
We love that for you.
Thanks.
We love that for you.
Okay, so we've got pretty standard Spotify rap
Wrapped.
list.
If someone has a crazy Spotify mix, like wildly where you wouldn't expect it, I would say send us a screenshot of it.
Yeah,
'Cause
we're
I
gonna get
do
some.
want to see crazy ones.
We want to see some good Spotify raps.
Full spectrum.
Who do you think Sturgill Simpson is on Sturgill's list?
I don't know if I saw any other Sturgills with everyone posting. Saw a lot of Zach Bryan's. Saw a lot of Taylor Swift.
Yeah.
He was the 3rd most streamed of the year.
Zach.
Okay, how did you find out that? How did you find out the list of like who was most streamed?
I think he posted it on his Instagram, like where he landed on top stream.
Zach Bryan?
Yeah,
Of
He would.
course.
of course he would.
Of course he would.
Taylor and Drake wouldn't
We
do that.
applaud Taylor for doing it, but Zach,
Right?
come on.
Yeah.
Zach, you know where
Third?
you're at. You know where you're at, Zach. You're on thin ice.
I don't know where to go with that.
Jake does not agree. Listen, that's the thing about the Zach Bryan situation is that I love Zach Bryan. I think he's one of the like best lyricists I've ever heard.
Right.
His songs are incredibly, I mean, they're touching. People resonate with them. So I think that's what made it even more sad to be like, oh, so you are like basically he writes about experiences, his experiences. So then to find out that you're writing about your experiences, but you're also like in the middle of all that being a psycho, but then writing about it and making hits. I don't know. It was a weird thing.
Yeah, there is the whole thing where everything like that comes out about him is stuff he says about himself in his music. So it's not like he's like hiding it, that he's got.
He's just hiding it in like a really beautiful way.
Yeah.
Like,
Or he's
this
showing
is my
it.
song that tells you how much of a terrible person I am. Here's a good
Yeah.
melody.
He is a little bit of a
Yeah.
mess. It's clear that he's
It's
a
a
mess.
little bit of a mess. If Jake were a mom, that's like his coin phrase. Like he's talking.
Oh,
he's
our
talking,
Zach.
You know our Zach. He's a little bit of a mess.
Someone texted yesterday and I go, he's had his ups and downs this year.
Okay, to be fair, I feel like you deserve a free concert ticket from Zach Bryan. The way that you will not like you are
Trash him.
yeah, you will not trash on him. You're loyal to Zach.
I'm not loyal to Zach. I just really like his music.
Okay, loyal to the music.
Loyal to the music.
Loyal to the music.
And he put on a really good show because I went in Arizona last week.
Yes.
and
Tell
that was
us
a lot of
about
fun.
that actually.
I mean, it was pretty special because I don't live in like Ryan's world. So
Yeah.
to like go to an arena, go through a side door, and then go downstairs, like in the back corridors, backstage, and then go into like the opener's dressing room and hang out there and chat with him, and then watch him walk out and play
That's
in front of
crazy.
10,000 people.
Yeah.
It's just kind of like it's not something I do.
Yeah.
Ryan, it was just like, okay, we got to go talk to so and so, and then
And
go
you're
meet
like,
the managers.
dude, this seems like a chore to you. Let me take it from here.
I was like, you're gonna have to like indulge me a little bit. I know this is like your world, and this is just kind of normal, but not me.
Yeah.
So he did a little bit. We went backstage and hung out and stuff.
Well, that's very cool.
But the show was great. It's a really like fun show because everyone's into it and singing along, and
Yeah.
the band is really good and he's really good.
So even after everything, when did you go? Because when was that concert?
Last Tuesday.
So it's fresh.
Yeah, so it's
Fresh.
fresh. Like he's still thriving. You know, he's still living his best life. People are still going to his concerts and stuff.
It'll be the last time you'll see him in an arena probably because he's sold out. There's a stadium in New York. He's sold out 3 shows in 6 hours. So he'll probably be like stadium now.
Wild.
That is crazy.
So
Yeah, because your video or whatever you posted looked super like not super private, but more private than I thought it was going to be.
yeah, we were fairly close, but it was a full arena, like a big
Yeah.
arena.
Yeah,
But MetLife holds like 60,000 people, and he sold out 3 nights. So
that's insane.
it's like kind of crazy, and that's part of the thing with him too. Like no one's supposed to get that famous that fast. Like
Yeah.
in like 4 years, go from selling like 1,000 tickets to selling out stadiums.
Yeah. Because when did he even get on the scene? Like, honestly, I can't even remember. I think he already had an album out and that was popular, and I barely had like heard of him.
Like maybe 2020 or 2021.
Okay, so like mid-pandemic type stuff.
Yeah, but that's 3 years ago. It's not like
Yeah, no, that's not that long ago, honestly. I mean, I feel like a lot of people got popular during the pandemic.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
also feel like TikTok and social media has made people more popular quicker.
Yeah.
Yeah. His first album was
As an
2019.
example, 2019.
Mhm.
Yeah, I'm just going to mention this to Jake briefly. Speaking about people getting popular, I don't know if you saw the 30 under 30 Forbes magazine.
No. Who's that? Is she the one?
Call Her Daddy podcast
Oh,
girl.
This
brother.
is you guys in 5 years.
So Forbes 30 under 30. Okay, let's talk about it. First of all, when was Kylie Jenner on here? And I was like, are you joking? And then come to find out they didn't even like, to put it bluntly, do the math right.
What do you
And
mean?
half the money, like I can't remember exactly, but it was a fraud. Her being on here was a fraud. Now it's a podcast person, and then a bunch of the people that are 30 under 30 in here. I think there are other singers, but there's social media, just social media people.
Like influencers and stuff?
Yeah, I can't remember which one that I was the most annoyed over. No offense.
I mean, Call Her Daddy being on the cover is pretty annoying. I get it because she's huge, but her podcast is kind of
But like,
right?
yeah. Yeah. Oh, I was like, are you like really? Word for the Boston Celtics. Okay.
Mhm.
So he's one of them under the sports section.
Okay, that's annoying. But
Oh, why is that annoying?
because he after they won the championship last year, he was just kind of corny. He was trying to make the moment his, and it was like they didn't win because of him.
I'm going to move on to these two dweebuses, Cole Schaefer and Brian Waddick, founders for Smackin'.
It's a sunflower seed company.
I think I've seen those in the gas station.
Oh.
But why
Oh,
30 under 30 like for fame or
for
for
food and drink.
but like okay.
30 people under the age
Yeah.
of 30.
In like different categories.
Thank you, Meredith.
Nexus, Daniel Marin, founder of Nexus.
Okay.
Now, to me, you know, that's a little bit better than like this, never heard of it. This, never heard of it. You know, I'm not going to go on and on in case there's
Yeah.
ones that actually need recognition.
And this is intriguing podcasting. Can't even see the magazine and you're just going, never heard of it. Don't know.
Okay.
We
Chelsea,
can promise you that you've
Chelsea.
never heard of them.
Right. Chelsea, cut some of that out, that gibberish.
Um,
Oh, okay. We've talked about this before. This is actually one of the other things. So Call Her Daddy one, and then Bobby Atlas.
Bobby Altoff.
Altoff.
What do you think of Bobby Altoff?
Okay, I have very mixed feelings about her because I saw an interview where she was talking about being in this, and she was like, I don't know, I kind of liked who she was in that interview. She basically was just saying, I'm going to start a podcast because I saw another girl who was like, I started a podcast and now I make money. And she's like, I can start a podcast. So I did. And you're kind of like, all right. But then she's like, and then I decided to interview millionaires. Like the only people I wanted to interview is millionaires.
Yeah.
And that way I can find out how did you become a millionaire and I'll become one.
Mhm.
Again, I was like, okay, brazen, but all right, we're following. And they're like, so what about the shtick? And I think that's the thing that gets her famous, right? Was her like monotone, no laughing, very sarcastic.
She talks with that the way that young, like some women talk,
Yeah.
like the
Yeah.
weird.
Those like young California
Yeah.
TikToker girls. And so she was like, no, that's a lot of like most of that is just a shtick. Like even like the people she has on, when they're acting like they're like annoyed or they're like, you know, not getting along, she's like, the person I'm interviewing knows that that is my like go-to thing. So like obviously that's the whole thing of it.
Yeah. She had Andrew
So
Santino on, who's a comedian. He just like made so much fun of her. And
really,
it's really funny. Like she was, but he said later, he's like, we were doing a bit. Like
yeah,
she knew I was just kidding. But
yeah. I kind of like that part of it if you can get past like that she's actually annoying.
Yeah.
You
I
know,
feel like it feels scripted to me is the only reason I don't like it. Like when they
Okay.
play back, I feel like,
yeah. Oh, like
What are-
you're like, this isn't a real interview.
yeah.
yeah. What are your favorite podcasts, Meredith?
I'm not gonna lie.
Afloat.
Yeah. Um, I don't listen to podcasts because
Oh,
I want to talk back. I want them to hear what I have to say because I
gotcha.
think I have a good opinion. So then whenever I can't talk back, I'm like, well, forget this.
We love a humble queen on this pod.
I've
I
never
know that's so bad. You can take that out, but I
No,
just
I'm
Oh,
not
it's
taking that
going
out.
in.
It's
That's
staying
going
in.
in.
Of all of this is definitely staying in.
That's staying.
yeah.
Chelsea said that's the best part of this whole thing so far.
Uh-oh.
We're teetering
Okay.
like Brian Catazon levels here. So that really helped it.
Yeah.
So, okay, so you don't listen to podcasts that much
No.
because it just is like irritating.
I like to hear myself talk.
All right, Meredith, you have the floor.
No.
What do you have to
Actually, I
say?
was going to ask
Okay, yes.
in conjunction with Spotify Wrapped, top
Okay.
5 artists and
Yeah.
songs. What was your top 3 moments this year?
My life wrapped.
Yeah.
Jake's life wrapped.
Probably all like trips. Like so
Went to
Nicaragua.
Italy.
Oh.
Nicaragua with Jason and Carrie, Italy. Well, I'll say this: trips, one; concerts, two, because I haven't gone to concerts for a while, and we went to a bunch this year. And then maybe a podcast. That's a pretty highlight of the year.
Yeah.
Like our podcast, more people are listening to our podcast.
Nice.
Yeah. We're on the up and up, you know.
Yeah.
We're on the very high upper echelon of pods very
Yeah.
soon.
So
40,
singular
under
moments.
40 next year.
Not 40, Meredith.
So singular moments, I'd have to think about it, but like our trips were great. The pod's been great, and going to shows again.
Yeah.
After a long hiatus. What about you?
Melissa?
The year wrapped. Favorite things about the whole year? Obviously, I agree. I think we've been maintaining with the pod, which I feel like has been mainly Jake and Chelsea are like backbone. Let's get this pod keep going. Like what's up for today? What's going on? I feel like other things that are, and I feel like that's been very good to see that we can like keep it going for so long. So now we're like about to end. We're about to go into 2025. Started the pod however long ago. Now we did those special 2 seasons, which I really liked, or the specials, like 4 weeks. But
I have a question for you, Melissa.
yeah,
You said at the end of last year, I'd have to find the clip.
oh no.
Because now we're getting into what we talked about last year at the end of the year, what we were going to do with our year, our goals for
Oh, you're really
2025.
springing this on me.
I think you had a goal, something around your blog, and it's like
Oh yeah, January.
being consistent with things.
Yes.
So let's make this not just a wrap 2025, but how we did with what we talked about we wanting to do.
Okay, I feel like my goal with doing that lasted a lot longer than I thought it would, but I didn't do it for the whole year. I would say 6 months in, 6 months in, I was having trouble doing it every single week.
Gotcha.
We got super busy and I wasn't able to do it. And looking back, I do think it's interesting to think about that because you're right. And I've thought about that numerous times. Like this was a goal that I had, and I don't think I did as good as I wanted to do, but I started off a lot stronger than usual. So I am happy about it, but I probably still need to work on like having that self-discipline a little bit, but it's better than I think it's ever been with that kind of stuff.
Cool.
You wanted to run a marathon was one of them, no?
I wanted to run a half, so I did.
So you did that.
I wanted to read 20 books, and I didn't. I read like 4.
Okay. So we're working on our goals. We're not as bad as we could be, but we're not as good either. Either.
No, I
Not as good
wanted to
either.
take better care of myself, so
Yeah.
I gotta get that one better in next year.
But you've also been doing the pod with the boys about are you taking care of yourself?
Yeah, but sometimes the answer is no.
True.
So it's time to lock in.
So it's time to lock in.
Time to lock
It's
in.
really,
So
yeah.
January we're gonna do our month off of everything. Chelsea's gonna do it with me, where it's like
Okay.
no processed foods and no sugar, no alcohol, no that for a month.
Okay.
Then I'm also gonna run another half marathon. So
Nice. So you're starting off 2025 strong.
I'm starting 2025 off like everyone starts it off with dieting and exercise, and then we'll see how long it goes.
Okay.
So that's
Well,
that's a plan.
that's exciting though.
We're going to Africa.
Are you serious? When did you decide this?
We got accepted to a special, so
Which
we're
one?
going Zimbabwe.
Oh
Nice.
my gosh. What?
So we're gonna go to Zimbabwe, and then we're gonna go to South Africa.
I love Africa.
Oh, she went to South Africa and Switzerland since we
Oh,
talked last. Yeah.
for just trip or for a special?
For fun.
Oh, cool.
Just
Nice.
trips. Yeah.
I'm so excited you guys got accepted. That's amazing.
Yeah, we're really excited. It's our 20th next year, so it's like good timing.
Oh, I know.
Nice.
Yeah.
Oh, I know.
I'll
Oh.
send you all the South Africa things.
All right. That
Oh,
sounds
yeah,
good.
you should do that.
Yeah.
Your Instagram, Meredith, is very mountain heavy.
Yeah.
So are you
Very
hiking?
forward with the mountains.
Very
you-
mountain forward.
Yeah.
More mountain forward? Are you hiking a lot, or do you go on like
Yeah.
trips to these places?
No, I love to hike. So
Okay.
yeah, that's kind of honestly any trip we plan, we try to do some sort of whether it be a day hike or a backpacking trip overnight. That was what we did in Switzerland. We did the whole Tour de Mont Blanc. So
Oh.
it was like 10 days, 100 miles in France, Italy, and Switzerland.
So you went to Chamonix.
Yeah.
Did you like the little town there?
Yeah, it was really cute.
Did you go all the way up to the very top of where you take like the gondola up, but then you get into like another one and it takes you all the way up to the top of the
Mont Blanc
lookout?
or the lookout. We did not because I was kind of mountained out by the end of it. 10 days, I was like, seen one, you've seen them all.
I'm in the Swiss Alps. You're just like yawning, just
No,
bored
literally
to
by
tears.
the end, I was like, my knee hurts. I'm done. I just want to sit at a brewery
Yeah.
and chill. And that's what we did.
Cool.
Yeah.
But you did like Mont Blanc area and all that, Chamonix.
Yeah, so the whole hike, you circle it the whole time. So you see it the whole time.
I wonder if we did part of that hike because we like went all the way up to the top, but then we went back down to the mid level, and then you walk around towards like a glacier that's kind of receding, and then you take a train back down into Chamonix.
Yeah, that would
So
be
we did
perfect.
that. We did that little part of the hike
Nice.
a couple of years ago. It's really
Yeah,
pretty.
it's beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Cool.
I love it.
So what trips do you have planned this next year?
Nothing.
Nothing. Okay.
No. I spent all my money this year, so
All right.
Broke
it's time
is
to
a
lock.
joke.
It's time to lock in.
So
Right.
2025 for Meredith is lock in, girl boss,
Financially get secure.
financial girl boss.
Yeah.
The old FGB.
Yeah. Is your car running good?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. So you're not at Melissa's because you broke down again.
No, but when I was with Melissa the last time, someone hit me.
Oh, like
Yeah.
after all that,
So I think the problem is,
Melissa?
yeah.
I was very calmly in the passenger seat.
Oh, that's right. You were together and you got hit. I forgot about that.
Yeah,
Yeah, I was very calm with the whole situation.
she was.
Mhm.
I just got out my Glock. No.
No, it was actually so fine. But
Yeah.
yeah, it was just like the icing on the cake. It was
Gotcha.
funny. Yeah.
Also for 2025, Jake, I've been meaning to tell you and Chelsea that
Mhm.
I am studying to become a Pilates instructor.
Really? That's awesome.
Yes. and I take my test January, also in January 23rd.
So how long you been studying to be a Pilates instructor?
Like 2 months.
And you're just now
I
telling
was
us?
gonna say, the fact that you've kept this under wraps.
Well, I've been thinking about it for 2 months and making it a massive like debate.
Okay,
Thinking about it. Wasn't sure. And then I was like, okay, let me make a couple calls and see if I would be interested in doing this.
cool,
And as soon as I started doing that, it was like all these other things started happening that made it seem like it was like, okay, this is what I'm going to do.
cool.
It just was like easily falling into place. But I will say that I'm in college again, basically. I've not studied this hard in forever. And
Yeah.
maybe Chelsea can say this because you guys live somewhere that has more Pilates like studios. Um, it's way harder than I thought it was going to be. So I think,
What? The studying or the
yes, like the memorizing everything and like the parts of the body and what you're doing and like doing it on the mat and on the reformer and all that stuff.
yeah,
Again, I'm sure. Do you know what that is, Jake?
Pilates?
A reformer.
No.
Okay, it's basically like I'm sure Chelsea can like describe it,
You know
but
what it is? She does.
yeah, it's like a wooden torture chamber thing looks like.
Okay.
What does it look like to
A
you?
reformer. Oh, it's like a
It's like a moving
Spring action.
spring action, mat motivated. No,
I don't know.
Is that what
You're the one
Rachel
taking.
Hortense?
I'm the one taking the course.
Oh, Rachel Hortense. We know her. She has a studio up here, or she instructs
Okay,
in a studio. And I
okay,
always see her posting, and it's all these people like swinging on like a board or something and like pulling themselves.
okay. Yes, that's it.
Cool.
Yeah. So I kept meaning to text Chelsea, but I kept being like, I don't know if this is gonna happen, so I don't want to say anything until it's like a real thing.
So you didn't want it. So now you're holding yourself to it because you've
Yeah.
been doing it, and now you're going to take the test in January.
Yeah. So I'm gonna take the first test in January. There will be like 4 different modules, but that'll be my first one.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So I have like my binder, everything, like studying, writing notes, all this stuff. And here I was thinking you could just lay down on a mat and do a couple stretches. And I'm sure anyone that listens to this who's teaching Pilates will be like, haha, because it is, haha, laugh at me because that's not it.
Okay. Well, yeah, you'd probably have to know all the things, even if you only
You
do
would
specific
have to know
ones.
all the things. And that's why I was like, okay, I think I can pretty much do this. I've done like other types of training for like physical fitness and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But this is very different. So if anyone has any tips, like your friend, your Pilates girl, get her on the pod.
Okay. Can talk. You guys can talk shop.
We can talk shop.
So you
You
have
can
four
listen to
modules.
Zach.
How how long is it going to take you to do all four modules before you're like certified?
You can start like teaching after you do the first one, so like after January, but you do have to complete all 4 within a year.
Oh, okay.
So you just kind of go through, all the exercises, trying to know like all of the different, like you go from A, B, C, D. You don't do like, well, let's do B today and then we'll do like F tomorrow. You have to have like an idea of a rhythm of what you're doing, like with each person and why. And there's all this, like
Yeah.
it's kind of like more personal, I guess, than what I would have anticipated.
Cool. And then are you going to work out of a gym or are you going to work out of a studio?
That's kind of what I was telling Meredith today. Like I was like, so now I'm thinking, where am I going to do it? Now that's not, Jake's like, where's the business plan?
Yeah. Where's
No, I think honestly, like from what I've gathered and talked to different people about, starting off, you should just try to do it with like friends or family and be like, this is what I'm like in the middle of doing. And then kind of get a lot of hours under your belt by doing like one on one sessions.
Okay.
and then slowly work up to doing it like with maybe 2 people, and then see if you want to just stay doing like private sessions, or would you want to like buy a couple reformers and have a little mini studio or something, like even off this, like the one girl that she's doing really good with it. She has 2 reformers and she does mat and reformer in her, like in her studio, and it's just like a room she built off the side of her house.
Do you have room in your basement? You have a basement, right?
Yeah, but it's not finished, but
Oh, okay.
that's a possibility, I guess. But like I asked Jenna, I was like, what if I went up to the cabin and like could do it with people that stayed, or like something like that? Like I go to
Oh,
you
like a Pilates service,
a mobile service,
a mobile
mobile,
Pilates
What about
service.
a she shed?
or a she shed.
How far do you live, Meredith, from Melissa?
An hour and a half.
So you guys could set up a studio 45 minutes away from each of you and do
In Mount
massage and
Storm.
In
Pilates.
Mount Storm, where there's one 7-Eleven
Yeah.
and then
So,
us. Why
set
not?
up there in the parking lot. Do like
West Virginia won't know what hit them.
No.
like those mobile dent
Honestly.
repairs, like the mobile windshield glass repairs that are like
Yeah.
under a tent. Just set up a
Oh,
little
yeah,
tent
yeah.
in the
Yep.
parking lot and do Pilates and massage.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Well, that's what Meredith earlier today, she was like, well, you know what you do when you start doing your Pilates? And I was like, what? And she was like, advertise me.
Bring
Why
it
don't
back
you
to
advertise
me.
Melissa?
I will.
Yeah.
Pass
Yeah,
the
what
test.
gives? What gives?
How
Yeah,
long have you
pass
been a
the
massage
test.
therapist, Meredith?
What?
How long have you been a massage therapist?
5 years.
Is that what you wanted to do?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Something of that sort of like caretaking. I thought maybe nurse, like going into the nursing field, but that just wasn't. I don't like needles and I don't like blood, so that didn't really pan out.
Yeah. Check
Well,
that
and
one off
during
the box.
nursing, you have to really focus on other people, which is not your strong suit.
I just hear him talking. I'm like, anyway, so last weekend.
I also had a really bad strain on my back.
Yeah. They're telling you about like their injury, and you're like, yeah, I had a rough weekend too. And then,
They're like crying. We're finally doing the divorce. Oh, I actually am single. I'm not dating right now. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
We
funny.
can
Okay.
just call this, we can call this pod me, me, me.
Me, me.
Okay.
All right.
So this wasn't really, it was kind of a Spotify rap, but it kind of went off a little bit,
Off the rails.
off the rails a little bit, but then I think we pulled it back around.
Do we need to redo our intro so it's not confusing for the listeners?
No, I'll just edit it. I figure out a way to edit it all
He's
and
an
make
editing king. He's gonna like
make
go
it
back and
flow.
like post our goals and then have me be like, no, I didn't reach that goal.
He's gonna use our voices and make it
Okay.
AI and
Yeah.
then just totally
Yeah.
revamp the whole
The
thing.
whole pod.
Yeah.
I'll just put it in AI. I'll put the video into AI and say, fix this, and then we'll see what comes out.
You want to see something really scary? Speaking about AI,
Did you cut yourself again?
my finger's back. No, on WhatsApp, you can take a picture of yourself. Like you literally, it takes a photo of you from the front and the side and the side.
Yeah.
Then you write, imagine me.
Yep.
Okay. Followed by, did you do this, Jake?
Chelsea showed it to me. She and a couple of friends were doing it. Well, we'll toy with that. Maybe that'll be our cover for the
The cover.
Mhm.
Oh, yeah.
on Spotify. Just real quick, I don't need to go into the stats of the podcast, but
Okay.
they were all positive. They were all positive numbers for the pod.
Oh, yeah. Our top episode was the papoose of pop.
Yeah, I didn't get that because Crescenda's episode is like our highest ever.
Yeah, Crescenda's episode was wild.
Yeah.
I wonder why.
We got really good response from Lee's episode. A lot of people really liked Lee's episode.
Yes. Yes.
So, right, Meredith? Yeah.
9 countries?
9 countries. Yeah. 9 countries.
Oh.
9 countries.
Are you just now getting Jake's joke?
No.
Never mind.
Never mind. Never mind, Meredith.
Never mind. Okay. They didn't just listen. 53% of your audience watched video on Spotify this year. Okay. Well, and I texted you this, but I thought it was really cool to see our friend that said that his wife always watches the video. Like she cannot just listen.
Yeah.
He's like, she's a YouTube girly. That's what he said.
Yeah, there's a few
She's
people
always
that
on
have told
there.
me they want to watch it because they want to watch like what happens and stuff.
Well, we do have a lot of props.
We do.
Forbes
You know what
30.
the funniest
Forbes 30
thing?
and 30. Never heard of it. Never
Never
heard of
heard of
it.
it. The funniest thing about editing the pod is how many times I look down and you make a joke,
Oh,
like staring at me, and I'm just like
I'm
looking at my
I'm
phone to
doing
try to
like
get
epically good
info.
jokes, and Jake's literally like this the whole time.
Just like, uh-huh. I always do
Uh-huh.
like, uh-huh. And I'm looking down and you're like,
I'm waiting. Also, the yeah, I'll be like making a good joke, and
Yeah.
then Jake will, yeah.
I'm getting better, I think.
I'm getting better,
I'm getting...
but I'm getting better, guys.
Yeah.
man.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
See? Our one the other week, Meredith, was the do we hate him? Like I don't remember what we were talking about.
I think we're talking about Zach Bryan.
I think it was Zach Bryan again,
Oh.
and Jake goes, "Do we hate him?" I was dying.
All right.
Okay,
So
so
this was
this
an
was a
episode.
wrap.
This was
This
a
is our wrapped slash AI slash how's Meredith?
Personal failures.
What are we gonna work on before the end of the year?
Just
So
kidding.
this time next
Absolutely.
year, you'll
Yeah.
have all your certifications and you'll be cruising on Pilates.
Just cruising.
Are you gonna read? Are you gonna read books this year?
Um, you know what? Good question. Interesting.
She'll have to
No,
get back
no.
to you
You
on
know
that
what?
one.
You'll have to get back to you on that one, but I will tell you this, a new goal I have that I started, and I'm on chapter 3, is studying French.
Okay.
And now I'm loving it. And I watched a bunch of videos about how people with ADHD have a hard time learning languages because their working memory doesn't work at all. And here's some tips and tricks. And I started doing them. So I'm doing Pilates learning, which I have a hard time with, and learning a language, which I have a hard time with. So I'm trying to do both of those things because they're both hard mental things to do instead of doom scrolling.
Gotcha. So you're doing things to help your ADHD
Yeah, I'm
and
trying to
also your doom scrolling.
yeah, I'm trying to reprogram my brain to like actually doing things again instead of I could have found a cheaper way to do it besides signing up to teach Pilates, but whatever.
So the goal next year is when Zach Bryan's on my top 5, you're like, oh, that's cool. I have no idea what's going on with him because I'm too busy studying French and learning and
Yeah.
teaching Pilates.
Yeah, I'm too busy in my reformer studio and going to Paris for vacation.
Yeah, and you're like, I don't know what's up with some country singer and his
Yeah, what are
personal
you talking
life.
about?
Who cares?
I'm on another level now, Jakey.
Oh man. Well, I
Okay,
think
so
those are
your
two great
goal,
things. Two great things.
yes.
Yeah.
Yes, yes. Yeah,
Mhm.
we'll let it end on a positive, not my failures.
My goal will be another half marathon and to read more and yeah, keep losing weight. Keep trying to lose weight.
Yeah. You're killing it, Joshy. You know that phrase?
Uh-uh.
Killing it, Joshy. It's just something me and
Is
Jenna
it
say to
on,
each other
is
all
it
the
on
time.
TikTok?
Mm.
No, if it's not on TikTok, she don't know.
Yeah, I don't either. I don't do TikTok. Oh yeah, that's another goal for next year to still not be on TikTok.
Ooh, I'm
I
telling you what,
recommend that,
I highly
honestly.
recommend.
Yeah.
And I feel like I don't think Jake's gonna bite on the TikTok trend.
No.
He's not that guy.
Nope.
He's not a
Cat
TikToker.
is our only guy friend that has TikTok.
Ooh, and you judge him.
Yeah.
Do we hate him?
Do we hate him?
Sometimes. No. Just kidding.
Do we hate Cat?
I really hate Cat.
No,
Cat hates
you
his
do
internet.
judge him though.
Yeah, do judge him. Meredith, what are you gonna by the next time you're on your pod? Let's say you're on the pod in like a year.
Okay.
Whoa.
After this episode is we'll have to take a year to recover.
Okay, I did say I wanted to run a half marathon before I was 25, so
Did
I
you?
gotta do that. No, I'm not 25 yet.
How old are you?
24.
Well, when do you turn 25?
I have till August of next year, so I gotta get on it.
Okay.
Oh, that's wild.
Yeah.
Nika said she'd run a half again.
Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Let's make a chat.
Cool.
Let's start it.
And then I saw Sean last week for the first time in a very long time.
Yeah, that looked awesome.
And so he's close to his goal. We'll see if he gets it.
What was his goal?
1,000 pounds, 1,000 pound club.
1,000-pound club.
Yep.
Which is you're lifting, right? You're lifting or no?
Add up your dead, your squat, and your bench.
Yeah.
So he's
That's
like
on the other podcast.
15 pounds away.
Jake's a podcast mogul, and on his second pod, he talks about men's health.
Probably won't listen to that
No.
one.
Wow.
But
Shocker. It's like we have you on twice. We can't even get 2 listens.
I listened to the one I was on.
Yeah, of course you did.
I'm sorry. That's so I've got to.
You might need to curtail that.
My
you
goal
don't know
for
how
next
many...
year is to be more selfless.
All right. Meredith is going to be more selfless next year. She's going to listen to other people talk and not have to talk about herself.
Mm-hmm.
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 Yep.
Yeah, that's me. Jake's got your number. Like, it's not a joke. You saw how he brought it up. So look out, 2026. He's not messing around, you know?
It's 2025.
I'm saying at the beginning of 2026, he's going to be like, so Meredith, did you talk less?
Did you talk less? Did you listen to people more? Did you
And
run
like as you're asking the question, she's like, and so I started.
Yeah. I got halfway through the year and then I stopped.
So funny.
I just get on the next podcast and I don't say a thing.
Yeah.
You start your own podcast called Listening and just no guests.
There's no words.
You could start a YouTube channel of you listening to podcasts and not being able to respond and just like dying more and more inside.
Oh my God. That would be actually so...
That'd be kind of funny.
That would go viral. I told you,
could.
Jake's going to be on the Forbes 30 under 30.
Soon. It'd have to be like the 50 under 50.
Hey, we'll take what we can get. Okay.
Yeah, for sure. Okay. Well, this was fun.
All right. Well, this was wildly blast.
Sorry,
not a blast.
Spotify Wrapped, Taylor Swift, Zach Bryan, and
goals for 2025.
No, who was your third? Who was your number one, Melissa? I forget.
The brothers.
The brothers.
Hermanos Gutierrez.
Yeah.
I think. I think.
Hermanos Gutierrez. They've been on the pod before. You've put them on the pod before.
It's okay for you to say they've been on the pod. Just let the listeners go back and try to
like really? Okay.
Like, oh wow, I better go back and have a look. My mom said I looked tired on the pod about the boat. And I was like, I did? And she was like, yeah, bored, but were you? And I was like, no, it was amazing.
I didn't think you looked bored.
I didn't think I did either, but my mom is a watcher on the YouTube.
Apparently your mom did.
Yeah. Cut that out, Chelsea.
We'll cut it. What's your song? I'm realizing I only listen to like 3 artists.
Jake, how was your day? Are you tired today or are you golden?
I'm still doing like the jet lag thing.
Oh, you are? Okay.
Yeah. We just got home Sunday night and then had a long day today and I'm still not caught up on the right sleep schedule.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I'm not caught up on the sleep schedule.
Yeah. So I need to get back on
a
track.
grip. This was our year wrapped and you seem like tired.
This isn't our year wrapped. Well, this is our year wrapped episode, but it's not our last one of the year.
Okay, I was getting concerned. I was like, is this our last year? Because we should have actually announced our merch at that point.
Oh God. That's what we also. That's my goal.
No, you're right. You're right.
This
You're
isn't
right.
the year Wrapped, but since the Spotify Wrap didn't catch on with much music conversation other than Zach Bryan's ups and downs.
Infidelities.
Oh,
Jake doesn't like to talk about what it was.
I don't like to get into personal information about people.
No, he's kind of, he likes to give people respectful dignity.
Right, exactly. Sorry.
Sorry, I like to actually be private and have boundaries.
Yeah, boundaries, people, for God's sakes.
Never heard of them.
Do you have any songs you want to put on the list?
All right. Meredith, you got songs from today that we listened to that we liked.
I didn't. Oh, I.
Why don't you share
one.
them?
I don't want to.
Too bad.
It's this one.
Yeah.
It's a Bad Bunny song.
Okay.
It's called Un times 102.
It's wild, you know.
Ooh,
It's good.
times.
It's good vibes.
It's like Latin, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay.
You know Bad Bunny.
I know of him. I don't know his music or anything.
He knows of him.
I'm gonna do they go by La Lome, but it's the Los Angeles League of Musicians. I'm gonna do a song called Angel's Point.
Whoa. I've never heard this.
Is it instrumental?
Yes. Instrumental, sort of Spanish sounding.
Ooh, like that.
Good album. I like it.
Okay. I want to do the Sade by Your Side. Okay. I haven't
Sade?
heard that song. Huh?
Sade,
Sade. Yeah, Sade.
By Your Side.
Yeah, I said Sade, sorry. So by Sade, by your side.
By Your
'Cause it's
Side.
homage to the other.
Okay.
CAS.
An homage to a song, an homage to something you're gonna have to look up on your own.
Correct. And
Okay.
you can find it on your own time.
All right. There you go.
That's it.
There you go.
There you go. And that's all we have to say about
And
that.
that's all we have to say about all this.
That's
This,
a wrap.
And that's all we have to say about all this. Well, this was fun. I hope you get some rest.
Yeah.
Thank you. This was fun. Thanks for joining us, Meredith.
Thanks for letting me join. Good to see
Yep.
you guys. Do you
Yep,
get any
good to
calls
see you.
about disaster relief yet?
Do what?
Did you get any calls about disaster relief yet?
No, because we work at Ramapo now.
Oh. Must be
So.
nice.
Somebody constantly wanting the ins.
Oh, that's right. You want the in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll send your number to someone.
Okay. You're wild.
All right. Well, you two be wild. I'm gonna go.
Okay, Jake. Bye,